Oshkosh Air Adventure 2021, and we're going to check out a one-of-a-kind Flying Eye hospital. Let's get this started. So as we enter the aircraft, the MD-10, we're going to take a sharp left and enter the cockpit. And we're going to introduce you to Captain Gary. Gary, thanks for having us on board. Tell us a little bit about your aircraft.
Welcome to the only flying eye hospital in the world, Steve-O. It's good to have you here. What we're looking at here is MD-10. The DC-10 FedEx owned back in the late 90s. Most of them were converted to MD-10s. The MD-11 cockpit. Got rid of the flight engineer, automated all the systems. 2 pilots required. We fly with 3 or 4 usually on our trips. Wonderful aircraft for us. It gave us longer legs, more weight capability, and we love flying it. It's an elegant way to fly around the world.
So Gary, what type of destinations do you fly to, and what would be some of your favorite ones that you've been to?
Well, the places we go in the world are those that need eye care the most. One of my favorite destinations is Mongolia. I've been there a few times. We go to Asia a lot, South America, Africa, Indonesia, many places like that. And that's where eye care is not prevalent. We're all either active or retired FedEx pilots, so we're accustomed to things being fairly well taken care of when we go fly somewhere. But on missions we fly here, we do a lot more planning on our own.
I was going to say, you must have to really do a good pre-flight briefing.
Absolutely.
For your different flights and missions that you
Every time we know that we're going to a country like Mongolia, a lot of flight planning goes into effect months in advance to make sure that airport is sufficient for us to land on, there's enough place to park.
I suppose to even get like a jetway or stairs to even accommodate the size of your airplane.
Right. Most places we just have stairs. We don't park in the jetway, and most airports we go to don't have a tug to push you back and all that. So we got to make sure we park somewhere that we can get out when we leave. So for a pilot, getting to fly a one-of-a-kind airplane to places around the world you never even heard of until you've gone there, that's a real treat for a pilot. But after you do a few of these trips and you see some little child who was born with cataracts, who hasn't ever seen their mother or father, and they get an operation and they can see now, you just realize what a life-changing event is for that person. And it becomes a life-changing event for us to see that, and we want to do it over and over again. So that's the rewarding part. Other than flying the airplane, the rewarding part is seeing people get their sight back. Right.
So what would be the service ceiling of the MD-10?
It's about 42,000 feet.
And what do you normally cruise at? What's your best performance for your altitude?
Well, we cruise usually about Mach 82 and in the mid to upper 30s.
Well, Gary, thanks for having us up in the cockpit here. Really cool to check out the MD-10 here and see what Gary's role of the mission is. Thanks for having us on board.
Steve-O, thanks for being here. Many people have never heard about Orbis, even though we've been doing this since 1982. And this is the 3rd generation hospital that we've had. It's great to get the word out, and I know you'll do that for us. Steve-O, now that you've seen the cockpit, Cheryl, another one of our pilots who's standing right outside here, can take you to the classroom.
Nice.
Tell you what goes on in there, and then on down the rest of the airplane where the operating room is, where the real business of our mission takes place.
Awesome. Let's go, guys. I'm excited to see. So just after the cockpit, we have the galley area, and now we're going to talk to Cheryl, who's also a pilot, and she's going to show us the classroom and the surgery room, or the...
Absolutely, the entire hospital, yes.
All right.
Several rooms we're going to see. This is the classroom. We have 46 seats, and this is where we train all of the local doctors that come to our surgery program. And so they'll be able to sit here and watch with 3D glasses this giant TV over here. And the beauty of that television set is it's actually live streaming what's going on in the surgery suite in the back of the aircraft.
So Cheryl, that's really cool. So wherever you travel in the world, the doctors of that region will be able to sit in these chairs, and then what she was saying is this TV rep here, they can stream what's happening in the hospital back here to learn the procedures.
There's cameras and microphones in here, and they can ask questions and interact with the surgeons in the back.
And how many doctors would you normally have when you get to a different location on average?
Well, we have 46 seats and they're normally full.
Full.
All right, so Steve-O, we are actually entering the hospital portion of the airplane, and for safety purposes, we will be wearing masks for the rest of the tour.
All right, time to mask up.
All right, so welcome to the hospital portion. This door on the right is the door we normally bring our patients through, so they'll come up a wide set of stairs, and with the surgeons and the nurses, anesthesiologists will bring them up. They'll pass this room here, which is an office. It serves as an office. Normally the airplane sits about 3 weeks in each surgery program, and so this is where our administrative options happen. If you follow me down the hallway, you'll see this is aircraft right. It looks like a normal airplane with the windows. And the next office we'll visit is our audio-visual room. This is where we are able to stream to the television sets, control the microphones, the cameras, and also this is where Orbis's partner program, CyberSight, is able to simultaneously broadcast the surgery programs.
So one little Easter egg here in the administration room, there's a secret stairs that's going to take us to somewhere kind of cool. So let's check this out. So here we are, we're down in the cargo in the maintenance department.
So welcome to the maintenance area, which is actually the lower cargo area of the aircraft. There's 3 mechanics that stay with the aircraft at all times. Because we go to these remote locations, we need to be self-sufficient. And I'd like to introduce you to Valerie. She's our senior manager of aircraft maintenance.
This is our maintenance office, so we stay down here and we can monitor all of our ground equipment and all of the equipment upstairs that we need to take care of. We carry 2 generators. They go to a transfer unit. One set of power goes to power the Hobart for aircraft power. The other set powers the hospital, which is a building. It's like 110 house power. We fuel the generators from the wing of the aircraft using jet fuel. All of that equipment, all those hoses come up through the cargo door. Also in the lower forward cargo, we have 6 water tanks. We can take any kind of water. It goes through 3 purification systems and comes out hospital grade water upstairs. So we have 2 generators. If one fails, the hospital stays powered immediately and we'll lose power to the classroom. The classroom is technically airplane, so we can use a ground power unit or an APU to power that.
So it's really important that they're able to carry all that equipment with them. So yeah, they just bring it all through the door and they're able to keep all that equipment in the bottom bay area here for the maintenance.
The next room on our tour is the exam and laser room, and I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Hunter Cherwick, and he's going to explain it to you.
Hey, this is an amazing room, and thank you so much for showing your interest on the Orbis Flying Eye Hospital. In this room, we'll have pre-op patients waiting for their surgery. We'll also do post-op exams. We do simulation. We do laser surgery, where we can draw this curtain and turn this area into a laser room where we can do treatments for diabetes as well as glaucoma. We've learned so much from aviation. This is where we now have incorporated a checklist so that patients, as they come on, they have the nurse ask the doctor, this is Mrs. Jones, check. We're doing the right eye, check. Cataract surgery, check. So you'll see that Orbis has really learned a lot from aviation training culture, whether it's through simulation, through computers like this, or through rubber eyes, or through the team training and checklist that we use now to maximize safety and team compliance. So again, thank you so much for your interest in Orbis. We're really excited for you to finish seeing the plane, but most importantly, I want to thank Steve for supporting our mission.
So as a training hospital, they only work on about 4 to 5 patients a day in this room as they are training the other doctors up in the forward room. But it is amazing what the Orbis program is able to do for so many people around the world. All right, Hunter, thanks so much for showing us the examination room. So we're going to continue with Cheryl to the rear of the airplane to check out more of this operation.
So after the patients are finished with their surgery, they're wheeled out past the sterilization area, like you find in any hospital. Then they're wheeled into the recovery room, and they'll stay here until the surgeons are certain that their anesthesia has worn off enough. They'll reunite with your families, and they'll be able to exit the airplane.
So I'd like to give a big thank you to the Orbis crew for inviting me on board today to check out the airplane. If you guys are interested in seeing what this airplane does, I'll link the website in the description below. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll talk to you again someday soon.